there's a lot of gurus out in the sales world that are talking about, hey, you got to make this about it can't be transactional, it's got to be relational. And then you got people in sales who are like, well, social's too hard, or I think it's a lot of puff and fluff, and I don't think it works. But that's what creates, even if it might be a slight illusion of relational, that is what creates that relational aspect where they see you with your kids, they see you with your dog, they see you at your recreational functions, they know you're a real person.
That's right.
Right? They know you have interests maybe outside of work that shades in, colors in your personality. Right. So instead of it just being transactional, which most of your 25 to 40-year-olds don't want a transactional they want that relationship.
You got it. Yeah.
So social is, if you're going to be relevant and you're in sales, it's 100% necessary is what I hear you saying.
I think it is. I think it is. Especially when you're a lot of people, a lot of your viewers, a lot of people that, you're doing a roof for them every 10 years.
Right.
They're buying a house every 5 years. They're refining their mortgage every 4 years. There's this big, long gap from I love you, I'll do business with you, to I can't remember what your name is. But if you connect with your customers, you post consistently. Okay, on my Facebook personal, they ask me, how often should you post? I say 3 to 10 times a week. You don't want to be the person that's doing too much, but you also don't want to be the person where they look you up and they think that the rumor that you died of COVID is true,
Yeah.
So 3 to 10 times, stay in the news feed. Instagram, it is imperative that you consistently post, as you know. Yeah. Otherwise, you fall outside the Instagram. There's misnomers. People think, well, I'm going to just connect with people and post on my personal profile. Facebook just shows your stuff to about 7% of your friends. So let's say, I'm good. I'm connected to 1,000 people. Well, they're showing it to the same 70, your mom, your best friend, your sister, not necessarily the customer you're trying to reach. So there's a balancing act between your personal and business. And the sad thing is most people are learning from people at the water cooler. I had somebody come up to me the other day and go, well, I heard this on Facebook doesn't work. I said, who'd you hear that from? And they said, Mark. I said, who's Mark? Oh, he works with me at the office. I said, let me ask you one question. Is he the top producer? She goes, no, he's broke like me. I go, that's insanity. Do not listen to people that are not successful. Listen to the leaders. Listen to the gurus. Listen to the people that have done the research. I coach people, the best people in the world. And I have my eyeballs on their accounts. And I know, okay, that guru told you this works? No, it doesn't. Blogging, that was a 5-year ago strategy. For you go out there and do a video, a reel today, you're going to get 97 times the result, right? And some of these topics are so easy. I was with the group of lenders. I'm going to just use this as an example. I said, what can we post? I go, well, why don't you just educate people, bring value, be transparent. Why don't you just go out there and say, hey, thinking about buying a house, here's 3 things that the bank's going to look at. They're going to look at your credit, they're going to look at your assets, they're going to look at your income. So here's my advice for you. Stay at your job, don't buy anything major, and make sure that you've got a clean list of your assets. And the kid went out there, this other guy in Vegas, his name's Ricky, he went out there, he got 8,800 views on that because he did it right, he did it with captions, he did a 90-second or less reel on a topic that he was interested in. Didn't put a dime into it, but because he did it as what Facebook, what the networks want, he got as close to free advertising as you could get. Got over 8,800 views.